Please repeat after me. Natvam deho nate deho, natvam deho nate deho, bhokta karta nava bhavan, bhokta karta nava bhavan, chidruposi sada sakshi, chidruposi sada sakshi, Nirapeksha sukham chara, Nirapeksha sukham chara, Raga dvesho mano dharma, Raga dvesho mano dharma, Namanaste kadachana, Namaste kadachana, Nirvikalposi bodhatma, Nirvikalposi bodhatma, Nirvikara sukham charam, Nirvikara sukham charam, Sarvabhuteshu chatmanam, Sarvabhuteshu chatmanam, Sarvabhutani chatmani, Sarvabhutani chatmani, Vijnaya nirahankaro, Vijnaya nirahankaro, Nirmamastvam sukhi bhava, Nirmamastvam sukhi bhava. Now let us look at verse number 7. It's one of my favorite verses. Vishwam spurati yatredam, Vishwam spurati yatredam, Tarangaiva sagare, Tarangaiva sagare, Tattvam eva na sandeha, Tattvam eva na sandeha, Chinmurte vijvaro bhava, Chinmurte vijvaro bhava. You are that in which the entire universe appears like waves in an ocean. Imagine you're the ocean and in you waves are appearing. The waves are the universe. People and even what you call your life, they are waves in the ocean of consciousness which you are. And that thou art, tattvameva. Vishwam spurati, shines forth, arises. Tarangaiva sagare, like waves in an ocean. Tattvameva, that thou art. Na sandeha, there is no doubt about this. Chinmurte vijvaro bhava. O thou consciousness, murti means this, the very nature of consciousness, you are pure consciousness itself. Vijvaro bhava, arise from this fever called life, this feverish existence. Life is compared to a fever. Vijvaro bhava, be free of fever. Not that you're dying. Life will continue, but it's no longer a fevered existence. Running away from all the things that we are scared of, we're trying to avoid, trying to get hold of things which we desire, we want, rushing from moment to moment like somebody hunted or haunted by a ghost. Vijvaro bhava. I like this because of the ocean example. And this is a good time to tell the story of the little wave. It's one of my favorite examples. Imagine in the ocean out there, in the Atlantic Ocean, a little wave is born. And when it is born, it looks around and sees other waves around. And life begins for it. It is surrounded by other little waves. Maybe it goes to wave school and it makes friends with other little waves. But very soon it discovers life as a wave is not all fun. Some waves are nice to it, friendly. Some are mean to it, not friendly. And there is competition. It looks at some waves, look at that huge wave, tsunami wave or big wave is there. Oh, how great, I'll never be like that, inferiority complex. And it looks at a small wave or another, like a bubble or something, oh, that fellow is a loser, no good. I am better than that. And so wave samsara starts for it. Something is nice, something is bad. And not only that, the big problem comes. It suddenly sees something out there and asks its friend wave, oh, what's that? Oh, that's the shore, Jearsy shore, It's the shore. What's happening there? Oh, that's all, the waves are dying. They go and hit the shore and they die. They are blown into pieces, into spray and foam, and they die. They die. That means, what about me? I will die also. Yes, very soon, few minutes, will hit it, and that's gone. Oh my God, this is terrible. Thinking like that, suddenly Vedantic wave comes next to it. Are you worried? Yes. Are you jealous, afraid, uneasy? Yes. Many problems? Yes. Well, there is something called water which does not have any of these problems. This wave is saying, very good, this water is no problem, that's good for water, but what about me? Tattvamasi, you are that water. What do you mean? Examine yourself, look into yourself. When you look into yourself, what do you discover? You go deep inside yourself, you will find this thing which you find inside yourself is water. Not only that, not only do you have to go deep inside yourself, outside also, on top of you, around you, every bit of you, that thing is water. Oh, I see, good. I had never noticed it. So I am this water, I am made of this water. And with a name and a form and activity, wave, name, wave, form, wave, activity. It began as a small wave, now growing into middle age, now looking forward to death. Death is there, afraid, old age and death is coming, Jearsy shore. But this water will not die. It was in you when you were a little wave. It is in you now, you are the middle-aged wave. And now when you hit the shore, the wave form will disappear. Wave form has been changing all along. When you were born, you had different form. Now you have different form. Very soon you will have a different form. And when you hit the shore, it will change. It will become thousands of drops of water. It is called spray and foam and surf. Still water. Wave form is gone. Water is not gone. You are water, you will continue as water. As water, you are immortal. As wave, you have birth and aging and death. As water, you are immortal. Even if you are evaporated, you will go into the sky and clouds, and then you will rain and bringing peace and happiness to so many people, and run back through the rivers, back into the ocean. Same water. No change in you as water. Whether you are wave or foam or surf or water vapor, whatever you are, water. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Now there is some peace of mind. Yes, let the wave form go. Doesn't matter. It will be interesting. This one kind of game. I will hit the shore, disappear from this wave samsara into water vapor samsara. But I am still water. Good. Not only that. Up to this is called the Sankhya philosophy of waves. But now look around you. Look around you. You and me and that big wave and the small wave. Where is the boundary? As wave there is a boundary, but as water, here it is water, there it is water, there it is water. Now that is the other wave, but it is same water. You are the one water not only in this wave, in that wave also. That big wave and the small wave, no difference. You are the water in this wave, you are the water in that wave. Rather, let us say, instead of saying water in the wave, can we say that the waves are in water? Isn't it more true? I am one unlimited extent of water. In me there are many waves. You and I and the big tsunami wave and the little, even that so-called loser, that bubble is also in you. You are the one extent mass of water which is appearing as thousands of waves. Now disappears all the feeling of competition and jealousy. Superiority complex, inferiority complex. What superiority, what inferiority? Whom to praise, whom to blame? When praiser and praised, blamer and blamed are but one. Swami Vivekananda writes in his Song of Sannyasi. So you have this one reality appearing as many. Ashtavakra sings in another place. Mai ananta mahambodau ashcharyam jiva vichaya Udhyanti gnanti khelanti pravishanti swabhavata. I am this infinite ocean of existence, consciousness, bliss. In me, these strange waves, they are called jiva. They are born in me. They arise in me. They play about in me. They fight with each other in me. They clash and they disappear back into me. Udyanti gnanti khelanti ravishanti svabhavat. Udyanti arise, waves arise, and they khelanti, play with each other. I remember studying this Ashtavakra with a Swami in the Himalayas. We used to have classes just before afternoon bhiksha. We would have a short class, 35-40 minute class. Very nice Swami. He was Punjabi, but he had come from what is now part of Pakistan now. Before partition he had come. Then he went straight to the Himalayas. And from there, for the last 50-60 years, he had been staying there. So he would explain in a very funny way. Udyanti, they are born, in Hindi he would say. Khelanti, but sometimes a little English he would add. Khelanti, he would say, I love you, I love you. Gnanti, I divorce you, I divorce you. Pravishanti, and they all die and merge back into me again. I am that one ocean in which not one being, but all beings are like waves arising in this ocean. Now where is fear? Where is anxiety? Where is competition? Where is jealousy? There is only this one immortal existence, consciousness, bliss, the reality, and also the oneness of the universe. All beings are nothing other than me. Ocean example. It's a good example to understand. But if you want to feel it really, yes, it is so, then what is the ocean here? Consider it this way. All the experiences of your life, whatever you have experienced, they are waves in the consciousness which you are. After all, what is the universe to you or me? All the experiences of my life, all the experiences of your life, that's your universe. What else is there? No, Swami, apart from me, this great universe is there. That's also a wave in your mind. How do you know? What else do you know? It's something that you have learned and you have studied and you have believed it. It is a wave in your awareness that such a universe is there. Other than that, outside that, nothing is possible to know. So in my awareness, there are so many experiences. How do you define an experience? Anubhava, experience. What is an experience? Can you define? Very simple. In Advaitha Vedanta, it's very simple. Consciousness plus object. What do I mean by that? I am consciousness. And what happens is, there is an object. Suppose a book is there. And the light reflected from the book goes into the eyes. And from the eyes it is transmitted as an image and then it converted into a neural impulse going to the brains. Somehow it is reconstructed there into a vritti in the mind, a movement in the mind. Book akara vritti. And presented to me the consciousness. I shine upon it and I have an experience. I am seeing a book. And then this entire instrumentation, mind, sensory system, body, external book, they are all waves in the ocean which I am. So this is an experience, consciousness plus an object. Ultimately all objects have to enter into you. Enter into you means not physically, the book enters into me, I'll die. 911 you have to call. Only information enters into me. And it is presented, at some point it has to be presented to the mind. A vritti must take place in the mind. That alone is illumined by consciousness and that is what we call an experience. So all our life is nothing but a series of experiences. And these experiences are nothing but waves, let us say waves in the ocean of consciousness which you are. Why I am saying ocean of consciousness? You are this unlimited consciousness. Like an ocean. Actually ocean is even smaller than you. The ocean is within you. You are not like a little drop in the ocean. Rather the ocean is within you. Anyway, you are this unlimited awareness in which all experiences enter. And they are like waves in the ocean. And that is what you call your life. Nothing that you experience in this universe, nobody, no person, no object is outside you. It is all experienced within you, the one consciousness. Yes.
So, how come I can only be aware of what my mind is experiencing? How come I can't be aware of what another? Like, what's separating me from experiencing one
True.
another?
I'll give you the answer at two levels. One is exactly what is happening here. According to Advaitha Vedanta, you, the infinite consciousness, you are now reflected in that mind. We call it reflected consciousness, Chidabhasa, which each of us, we not only are experiencing our body, we are experiencing body. We are not only experiencing our mind, thoughts, feelings, but we are also in one sense experiencing being aware. We also have a sense of being aware, sentient, aware, right? This sentiency, this awareness is not in itself the pure consciousness, not in itself Atma. It is like the reflection of the sunlight on the moon. At night when you say moonlight, it's actually light borrowed by the moon from the sun, reflected off the moon, sunlight. Similarly, pure consciousness shining in the mind is what we experience as consciousness right now. And that consciousness we use to know things. Just as moonlight reveals things in the world at night, similarly this Chidabhasa, this reflected consciousness in the mind, it reveals everything in the mind. And what is in the mind? Whatever is gathered by the sense organs from outside, sights, smells, taste, touch. Not only that, whatever is stored in the mind, memories, desires and all of that, they come up, all of it is revealed by this reflected consciousness. And this one feels, I know the contents of my mind, but I don't know the contents of that mind, because this is Chidabhasa, the one which is speaking right now. This is reflected consciousness. This is what we call the Jivatma, or individual sentient being. This does not identify with all bodies and minds. It identifies with only one body mind. Right? So it reveals, it's one good way of understanding this is about dream example. Notice, in the dream there are many, in your dream there are many people. And other living beings, non-living beings, everything is there in your dream. And you are also there in your dream. You have a body created in a dream, like you are not aware that it's a dream, but you are there in your own dream. And notice that although it is true that all of it is part of your mind, the dreamer's mind, but you seem to be aware of only one body and mind in your own dream. What the other guy in the dream is thinking, you don't think, you feel that I don't know. Though the other guy is nothing other than a part of your own mind. Just like that. Why we think this? Not only that I don't know what is in other person's mind, but I can see only through this person's eyes. I can only hear through this person's ears. I can only get the memory stored in this mind, in one Jivatma. So this is the reflected consciousness. Another way of understanding this is, imagine the sun in the sky. And there are many pots in the garden, suppose, or buckets. And there is water in each pot. And the sun will be reflected. You will see in each pot there is not only water but also a little sun. The image of the sun is reflected there. Now how many real suns are there? One. How many buckets? Many. How much water? Many buckets full of water. How many reflected suns? Many. As many buckets with water, so many. Now imagine the bucket stands for the physical body. The water stands for the subtle body, mind, including mind. And the sun in that little reflected, the reflected sun in that water, it stands for Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. Now when we say I, you, I know, I am seeing, I am hearing, it's like that little sun. That reflected sun, it shines and sparkles in that water, but only in that water. And it knows the contents of, knows means reflects or illumines the contents of that water only. Now if you tell that sun that you are the one sun, you shine in all buckets, it will feel, no, I'm only in this bucket. I'm not in that bucket. It doesn't feel like that. It's only when the identification shifts, when we really become aware of that pure consciousness beyond body and mind, we realize I alone am reflected in all bodies and minds. In all minds as different reflected consciousness. If you still persist and say, will you then be aware of the contents of other people's minds? Who will be aware? See, who is aware of the content of this mind? You, the consciousness reflected in this mind and identified with this mind, you are aware of the contents of this mind. The same consciousness reflected here, identified here as Sarvapriyananda, is aware of the contents of this mind. And you can know the contents of my mind only if I tell you, or if you are a telepath. From that mind you can look into my mind. Nothing more than that. But who will know the contents of all minds? Suppose that one consciousness, suppose it is identified with all the pots and all the water and all the reflected consciousness. Then it will know contents of all the minds in all the buckets. Who is that? Ishvara. Advaita Vedanta will say Saguna Brahman, Ishvara, Bhagwan. But I am not Bhagavan, you are not Bhagavan. Bhagavan knows the contents of all. What is in our hearts, God knows. Literally. But you and I do not know. If you are a great yogi, you will be able to know individual cases sometimes. You will be able to know what's in his mind or her mind. But everybody's mind at the same time, knowing, omniscient, we call it Sarvagya, that Ishvara alone does. Now Advaita Vedanta does not make you Ishvara. That is important. It does not make you identified with everybody as Ishvara. No. What it does is, it shows you that you are actually Nirguna Brahman, Satchidananda, even beyond Ishvara. You are not Jiva, you are not Ishvara, you are Satchidananda. Not only that, what good is it? There is no Jiva and no Ishvara apart from that Satchidananda. That Satchidananda, that Nirguna Brahman, your reality. In this body and mind, you are this person. In this body and mind, the same you are Sarvapriyananda. And in all bodies and minds taken together, Samashti, you are the Virat, the Hiranyagarbha or Ishvara. But Advaita Vedanta says, beyond Ishvara, beyond Atma, beyond Paramatma, you are the Nirguna Chaitanya. Now there is actually one philosophy, not Advaita Vedanta. There is one philosophy which says what you are trying to say. That can I know everything together? I, this person. Kashmiri Shaivism, they have a concept of something called Purnahanta. Purnahanta means this individual I with one body and mind, when it expands into Shiva consciousness, in its fullest expansion, they talk about expansion and contraction. So in its fullest expansion, there is a stage when it will manifest as Purnahanta, the cosmic I. And then you feel identified with this universe. So that's one approach. But Advaita Vedanta does not say that. Advaita Vedanta says you will know yourself as Satchidananda, and that is moksha. Yeah. That's a good question. Many people ask that. Yes.
In that case, what we are differentiating, I have not really understood this reflected concept of that sun, reflection. And suddenly we are trying to then now say that this reflected part is limited to this body-mind complex.
Yes.
On the other side, in other explanations, we say that it is the same awareness in everybody when we explain it the other way. So one time we use it one way, another time another way, and it confuses, I think, more. If we stay consistently in every explanation, if it is only say one truth, it should be consistent in every example and every explanation
but
to avoid this confusion in us, or ignorance in us.
Yes, but the example is the same. I am not saying that you are the reflected consciousness. I am saying that you are that one consciousness, which is reflected in this bucket and mind as this one.
What is that reflection part is not...
Alright, one good way of understanding Advaita Vedanta is to not... Yes?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, she's asking, it is confusing. You are saying, sometimes you are saying I am one consciousness in all bodies. Now you are saying I am the reflected consciousness in this body and there are different reflected consciousness in different bodies. So this example is not consistent. But actually what we are saying is, remember the question he asked. The question he asked is, why do I not know the thoughts in all minds? To explain that I was asking. Now, one good way of understanding Advaita Vedanta is to stick to your experience. Advaita Vedanta actually never oversteps the bounds of experience. That's why this question of knowing the thoughts of all beings is not a fact of our day-to-day experience. So Advaita Vedanta does not even go into it. Whether Kashmir Shaivism is right or wrong does not matter. Does not even try to do that. What Advaita Vedanta says is, yes, we know the experience of this body and mind. True or not? Yes, we do. And starting there, going step by step, I am not the body, not the mind, I am not even that reflected consciousness in the mind. Beyond that, we are trying to point to one consciousness, one pure consciousness, witness consciousness, the Sakshi. That's all. And that is also within our experience. In a sense, it's also a fact now. Advaita Vedanta, you will notice, it will never say, alright, now after that you will know the thoughts of all beings. You will be the one I in all beings. No, it will not say, because it may be a mystical experience of some yogis, but generally it is not an experience for everybody. But for everybody, right now we are experiencing this body experience, common to everybody. Right now we are experiencing mental processes inside, thoughts, feelings, common to everybody. Right now we are feeling awareness, that is the Tschida Bhasa introduced, everybody feeling. Right now, up to this point, everybody is okay, that yes, it's a fact. What is the new thing that Advaita is trying to say? Right now, you are that pure consciousness which is shining in this body and mind. As the witness, Sakshi. Right now, not as theory, not as something to be achieved after a lot of sadhana. It is there right now. And that pure consciousness is the sun. You are the sun, reflected in this body and mind, as this jiva. This much Advaita Vedanta is trying to say. Same example you can use. It's not inconsistent. Same example. Advaita is not trying to say you are the reflected consciousness. Advaita is not trying to say you are the water or the pot. Advaita is trying to say you are that sun. Right now our condition is, I the sun, I have forgotten myself. And looking at the bucket called Sarvapriyananda, I have identified with myself with the bucket, and inside the bucket there is water. I have identified myself with water means thoughts, feelings, emotions. And in that water I am reflected. I think I am that little bit of awareness in that mind. I am that little sun glittering there in that water. Imagine that. Now what do you have to do to that little sun in that glittering in that water? You have to say, Baba, you are not this bucket. Yeah, I know, this is my bucket, I am the water in the bucket. No, Baba, you are not even the water. Yeah, I know, I am the light in this water, little faint light glittering in this water, I am that one. It is my water, my bucket. No. You are the one sun in the sky. And that has to be somehow, that turning is intuitive. Upanishads can only point you towards it. You have to grasp it yourself. Once I realize, oh, I am this sun. Next what it will do, Advaita Vedanta, here the bucket example will not apply anymore. That example you have to let go. It will show that bucket, water, reflected sun, they are all appearances in this one consciousness. It will not go into, all these buckets are there, I am identified with all buckets, therefore I am the Ishvara. No. Advaita Vedanta never says Jiva is Ishvara. Rather, Advaita Vedanta says Jiva is Satchidananda, Ishvara is Satchidananda, only in that sense Tattvamasi. Did it make sense? Where there is the simple shift you have to do is, right now what do you feel? You feel the body? You feel the mind in the body? Right? And you feel awareness. Now match it with Advaita Vedanta, what it's saying. This body Advaita Vedanta calls Sthula Sharira or gross body. This mind in the body, Advaita Vedanta calls it Sukshma Sharira. And we are not going into Karana Sharira now, technical reasons. And that awareness which you are feeling right now in the mind, that Advaita Vedanta calls Chidabhasa, reflected awareness. Why? Because remember, it depends on the mind. When the mind is sharp, cup of coffee, you feel very alert. If people say, I am more conscious, less conscious, in Advaita Vedanta, more conscious, less conscious, wrong statement. It is the mind which is more sharp. It is the mind which becomes sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. When the mind falls asleep, deep sleep, where is that reflected consciousness? Not there. You don't feel that awareness anymore. Chidabhasa stops functioning. When the mind shuts down in Sushupti, you don't feel I am in Sushupti. Right now you feel I am listening. I have a question. In deep sleep, nothing. That I am, that kind of Chidabhasa, that disappears in deep sleep. But what Advaita is claiming, there is, yes, you have a question?
Yeah, because all this time we used to study this in Tattva Bodha also.
Yes.
That after the deep sleep, I slept like a log, that somebody is there and that awareness is you who knows that
Right.
Because that time mind is not there.
Correct.
You are gone beyond mind.
Correct.
So now what I am hearing is...
What am I here? Okay, very clear. We have to be very clear. Repeat what I said. In deep sleep, what disappears?
You said even that Chidakash has...
See, use the word which I used. Chidabhasa. Not Chidakasha. Chidabhasa. Reflected consciousness. Reflected consciousness. If you turn the mirror away, your reflected face will disappear. But your real face? Always there. I am saying Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. I did not say consciousness will disappear in deep sleep. The concept of reflected consciousness is this awareness which you are feeling in the mind. That's also an object. That's reflected. That's what functions in day-to-day life. It's like if you hold a mirror in front of your face. There will be two faces. Not that you're two-faced, but there will be two faces. One is your real face and one is the reflected face which you see in the mirror. Now the reflected face is not your real face. It's a reflection of your face and it depends on mirror. If there is no mirror, or if you turn the mirror away, or if the mirror is dirty, what will happen to the reflected face? If you turn the mirror away, what will happen to reflected face? Gone. Real face? Still there. If the mirror is concave, convex, what will happen to the reflected face? It will be concave, distorted. Real face? Same. Real face is like the sun. Real face is pure consciousness, Chaitanyam, Atma. That will never come, never go. It's always there and it is you. That's what you have read in Tattva Bodha. In deep sleep also it is you. But the reflected face is gone. Chidabhasa does not work there. That's why you don't have specific knowledge. I am hearing, sleeping, I am also having deep sleep. At that time of deep sleep you don't have that knowledge. What did you learn in Tattva Bodha? When you awaken, Sukham Maham Asvapsama, I slept happily. Nakinchid Avedisham, I did not know anything. How do you say this? Because there is something which revealed that blankness to you. Upon when the mind wakes up, it recovers that experience. There's also mechanism how it happens. Vedanta Sara will explain. In the Karana Sharira, Anandamaya Kosha, a trace is left. Ati Sukshma bhi Ajnana Vritti bhi. In Vedanta Sara it says. In the Karana Sharira, there is Sukshma, Ati Sukshma Ajnana Vritti. That is recovered by the mind when it wakes up and says, I slept happily. Not clear? Repeat again.
Later on.
I know what is the problem. But you are getting stuck on the fact that I said Chidabhasa disappears. You are hearing Chaitanyam disappears, consciousness, but we read consciousness exists continuously. But here he is saying consciousness disappears. I am not saying consciousness disappears. Yes.
I'm wondering, the only thing that you can really experience is the reflected consciousness. Whatever, when you say neti.
Yes, but
thing that in the end you are.
Yes, but remember, only thing that you can experience as object.
Is
Reflected consciousness. Mind, reflected consciousness, through the mind and reflected consciousness, everything else. But don't say that the Chaitanyam is not experienced. It is the very nature of experience. It's called Bodhatma. So it is not experienced as an object. Drigeva natu drishyate. The drashta never is an object of experience. It is never an object of knowledge. But Swami Vivekananda said it is more than known. Don't go away with the feeling that it is unknown. In Advaita Vedanta terminology, it is Swaprakasha, self-revealed. Suppose I define seeing, the function of light. What does light do? Suppose I define in this way. It destroys darkness and reveals an object. So the room is in darkness and you switch on this light and it destroys the darkness. Let us use this language. It destroys the darkness here, reveals everything here. So that's the function of the light. So what is seeing? Using light to destroy darkness and illumine something. That is seeing. So that's how I see the room and its contents. But suppose I say, how do I see this light? Oh, the definition is to destroy darkness and reveal. So to destroy the darkness, you have to switch on another light to reveal this one. No. The light was never in darkness. It is always self-revealed. There is no question of destroying darkness and revealing it with another light. The light is a unique entity which does not require another light to reveal it. Every other entity requires the light to reveal it. But the light is not such an entity. It does not require any other entity to reveal it. Let's put it in another language. To know anything, to see anything, what do you have to add? To see the table, I have to add light to it. To see the chair, I have to add light to it. Of course, my eyes must be there, mind must be there. To see the hand, I have to add light to it. If you follow this logic, you will say, to see the light, I have to add light to it. No. The light is a unique entity which is self-revealed, but it is not revealed like other things where you have to add light to it. Similarly, consciousness, Chaitanyam, don't say that it is not experienced, but it is not experienced as an object. It is always evident in every experience. Kcon Upanishad, Pratibodha Viditam Matam. In every experience of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, what else is revealed but consciousness? Our attention, our problem is, our attention is always drawn to the objects of consciousness. To what I am eating, to whom I am talking, to the thoughts which are bothering me or attracting me. My attention is there. Paranchikhani vetrinat swayambhu. Our senses flow outwards. So they are grasping the objects. But the source, the light which lights them all up, that we lose track of. If I ask you, what is there on this table? You'll say, Swami, there are many objects. There is one paper napkin, there is one book, there is one jar, there is a mobile phone, there is this UFO, there is a coaster. UFO. Unidentified flying object, you say, but it looks like that.
Yes.
It's one Swami, he was from Netherlands. So he had come to our ashram there in India. So chapati, first time chapati was served. He said UFO. UFO, what is UFO? Unidentified flat object. Flat object. We say we will give a list of things, half a dozen things which are on the table. But we forget one more thing which is there, which is common to all of them. Yes, we are good Vedanta students, immediately we will see, this example. The one thing which reveals all of them is light. It's there. We are missing it. But in every experience, it's light alone. Not only that, when it comes to your eyes, neither book nor UFO nor the napkin will come into your eyes. Otherwise you become blind immediately. Only light comes into your eyes. Exactly like that, consciousness alone reveals every object and we miss the consciousness. And Advaita Vedanta goes further and saying, not only consciousness reveals all objects, but all objects are in consciousness, are not apart from consciousness, are consciousness alone. Consciousness is the only revealer and the consciousness is the only reality also. With name and form and function, it appears as objects. What is Chidabhasa? Not Chit, not Chaitanya. Reflection or shadow of consciousness. This mind has a capacity to borrow consciousness. Just as sun is shining on the entire garden, but only in drop of water, dew drop, or in a pot of water, there is a reflected sun. On the plant or the rock, there is no little reflected sun, just light is reflected. But once the sun is reflected in that image, it functions like a mini sun. It shines and it reveals little things here nearby. Similarly, consciousness also, mind borrows consciousness from the Atman, within quotes. And then the mind seems to be lit up by consciousness. All of these things are not theory. The most amazing thing about Advaita Vedanta is try to look at it, it's just a framework reporting what is already happening right now. That's the difference between Advaita and all other paths. Other paths will tell you there is a Bhagwan, imagine that Bhagwan, then meditate on the God in the heart, within speculation, within imagination, within bhava. But Advaita, it's just Vastu Tantra. What is right there, Advaita is just repeating it. Notice, isn't consciousness revealing everything in your mind right now? That consciousness. So have I understood Atma? I'm feeling, yes, I'm feeling awareness in the mind. Is that Atma, Satchidananda, Chidananda, Rupa, Shivam? No. There's one more step to be taken. You have found the reflected face, but to jump from the reflected face to the real face, that turn, that you have to take yourself. Upanishad, Vedanta, Acharya can bring you to that point and point you towards that. That you have to grasp in a flash. That flash, that is the Brahmakara Vritti. It falls into place that suddenly you see, oh, I get it. Then everything is alright. Just one little twist. You know the 10th man story? Don't forget your question. Hold on to it. That famous story is there. 10 people are crossing the river and then they cross and then one of them thinks that, oh, have we all crossed or did my dear friend drown in the river? Let's count. They're anxious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, 9 only. 10th man has drowned. You're counting wrongly. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, 9. You're right. 10th man has drowned. Everybody counted. They found only 9. They started crying. Then some person is walking by and that person says, why are you crying, my friends? Oh, great tragedy, accident. What happened? We were crossing the river and our dear friend drowned. How do you know? We were 10 to start with. Now we are 9. That wise man must have counted them all. How do you know that you are 9? We counted, sir. Don't worry, don't cry. 10th man is there. The Guru comes and says, don't worry, don't cry. God is there, Atman, Brahman, whatever you call it. Something beyond suffering is there. Where we don't see. I don't believe you. Believe me. Relax. I will show you. Show us. Count. We counted, sir. No, count again. Humor me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I told you. Then this man comes and takes his hand, turns it around. Very important. Turns it around. Tattvamasi, Dashamastvamasi. You are the 10th. He says, oh, 10. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I found it. 10th man is there. Others are saying, let me try. They also do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they are so happy. They have found the 10th person. We are doing exactly the same thing. What are we doing? We are saying, body, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, okay, deeper inside, Anyo Antaratma, inside, Manomaya Kosha, thinking, thoughts, feelings, Sankalpa, Vikalpa going on, Manomaya Atma, okay, then further inside, that intellect which is trying to understand all these things, Vijnanamaya Atma, inside, okay. And then try to go further back, you will find a blank. You try it, you will see. And there we get stuck. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What Atma are you talking about? No Atma. Student asks him, Taittiriya Upanishad, where Panchakosha Viveka is going on. Student asks, Asat Brahma iti Veda chet. Brahman does not exist. Suppose if I say there is no Brahman, I find only 5. Panchakosha is there. Where is this Atma? Where is Brahman? Then the Dashamastvamasi has to come into effect. Dashamastvamasi has to come into effect. There from the Anandamaya Kosha, the turn has to be there. To what? Here is the question. To what? To which awareness are the Pancha Kosha appearing? Who is the one counting Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha? To whom are these five? Who is experiencing these five? You cannot objectively say it. You have to grasp it intuitively. That is the Dashamastvamasi. Here not 10, 5 Panchakosha, and beyond that Panchakosha Vilakshana Atma. Dehatraya Vilakshana Atma. Avasthatraya Sakshi Atma. That has to be grasped. That turn has to be there. But that turn nobody can do for you. Upanishads, Guru can take you up to Anandamaya Kosha, can show you Drigdrishya Viveka, Avasthatraya Sakshi, and then it will come. One person, he used to meditate a lot, Ramana Maharshi's follower. So he came and he was asking, very intelligent, very accomplished, professor in a big university here. So he said, I have this question. For a long time, I meditate on who am I. And the best I have got, I experienced a deep peace. Follow this, try to imagine it, not difficult to imagine. I dropped everything, sitting quietly in that place where Ramana Maharshi used to sit, Arunachala. Sitting there quietly, he told an experience, his very private experience, the best experience he had. So it was very quiet. I forgot the world, I forgot family, job, all of that, and absolutely peaceful. I forgot my past. Try to imagine that happening to you in your own life. Forgot my past life, my own life story. Even where I was, location in space and time, what is the time, where am I sitting, I forgot. Very peaceful, very quiet, a deep, deep quietness which I've never experienced, a deep restfulness which I've never experienced. That was the experience. Now he asked me, after some time it went away, and I felt that I've never reached that level of depth of quietness earlier, peace. What to do? So what I said was, see, here's the importance of Upanishadic learning, Vedantic learning. What I said was this. Now go back to that, bring back the memory of that deep quietness. Nothing is there, absolutely blank, deep silence, a holy restfulness, quiet, peace. Is it okay? To whom is this quietness appearing? Like the 10th person, ask yourself, to whom is this quietness appearing? To what? You must be consciousness. It is only to you, the consciousness, who was conscious of the restlessness of the world, of the troubled life. Now the deep restfulness of quietness is appearing. Trouble-free, calm, peaceful, very nice. But that is appearing to you, the same consciousness. And the same consciousness later reports that peacefulness has gone away again. Now that consciousness, which you are, is it troubled? Or it is the revealer of troubles? Revealer of troubles. Is it quiet or revealer of the quietness? It is revealer of quietness. It is free of both the troubles and also the calmness and the quietness. It transcends them both. Now, here is the exercise. Stay as the witness. I am experiencing. From the deep quietness, restfulness, peace, turn inwards like the 10th person. I am the witness of this calmness. Are you following? Try to recreate it if you like. I am the witness of the absolutely calm mind. Mind is serene, calm, quiet, and reveal to me the witness. I am the Sakshi of this absolutely calm mind. Now, Drop both, the calm mind and the Sakshi. Just drop it, both, let it go. If you like, you can slowly open your eyes. One way to do this, and here I am cheating a little, I am borrowing this technique from a Kashmiri Shaiva text called Vijnana Bhairava. One way to do this is to calm the mind down by whatever method you like. You may do japa, you may do pranayama, or mentally just calm the mind down. You need to be calm only for a few seconds. Absolutely calm, quiet, serene. Then note yourself as the witness of this calm, quiet, restful, serene mind. Note yourself, and in one split second, let go of both. Drop both. You will see you'll be plunged into something for which you have no name, no description. That's a direct pointer to the Atman. See if it is making sense. And it can be done in a flash. Again, thoughts will come back. If you are trained yogi, then thoughts will not come back so easily. If we are not trained yogi, then thoughts will come back. Doesn't matter. Calm it down again. Note that you are the witness of the calm mind. Drop both. Why calm mind? Because I am the witness of restless mind. Difficult. It gets mixed up with restlessness. Drop both. It points to something. The witness of both. What Advaitha Vedanta says is, you need not rely on these tricks. That witness which you have discovered by this trick or in whichever way, it's always there. Even with eyes open, driving a car, or whatever you are doing in life, it's always there. Pratibodha viditam matam. Then only Advaita Vedanta is accomplished.
It is there, Swamiji, but it is invisible.
It is there but invisible. Very good question, very good point. That is our problem. If you have come to this point that it is there, the Atman, Sakshi, witness is there, it's a great gain in itself. Because before that, objection is it's not there. It's just some theory you have got. It is there. The whole drive since yesterday is to point out something beyond body and mind which is there. If you have come to this much agreement, it is there. Next problem is it's there but it's hidden. It's hidden.
It's all in understanding.
It is hidden, but hidden how? What is hiding it? Is there a physical thing which is hiding? Like this, it's hiding? No. What is hiding it?
The mind.
It is the activity of the mind, indriyas, body, which again, its activity does not hide it. You have to be careful. Cloud hides the sun. Yes, but no. How can a little cloud hide the vast sun? It obstructs our vision. But notice, even the cloud which obstructs your vision is revealed by the sun. That cloud, it is shining in the same sunlight. Tam bhasyai pihita akka mandala nibham spurtim sada bhavayan. By that one blazing consciousness, which is hidden by, as if the Arka Mandala, that the orb of the sun, seems to be hidden by a cloud, but it is revealed by the same light. That consciousness, it seems to be hidden by the busyness of mind, Indriya's body, but mind, Indriya's body are revealed by the same consciousness. If you notice the busyness, that noticing is also because of that consciousness. Consciousness is never hidden. Suppose I say, this table is made of wood. Now if you say, yes, table is made of wood, but the wood is hidden by the table. Wood here is hidden by the table. You are laughing. Yes, you've got it. Wood is not hidden by the table. It can be hidden in only one circumstance. Suppose I don't know what you mean by wood. I know what you mean by chair, table, wooden floor, all of this I understand, but what the wood itself is I don't know. Then I will say, I am seeing a table, you are telling me it's wood. I can't see the wood. Is it somewhere hidden inside the table? Say, Arey Baba, the whole thing is wood only. What you call table is a name, is a form, is a function. It is Chaitanyam only. What we call word, body, indriyas, mind, name, form and function. It seems to hide. It seems to hide. Actually, what is the hiding factor? Not mind, not body, not even the function, not even busyness. If you say busyness hides the Atman, seems to, then you are a yogi, Patanjali yogi. What does Patanjali yoga say? Calm the mind down. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. What will happen when the mind is calm? Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Then the witness consciousness will be revealed, drashta will be revealed in its real nature. Okay? At other times, suppose mind is not calm, then what is happening? Vritti sarupyam itaratra. Whatever is going on in the mind, you will be identified with it. Cooking food. I am the cook, I am cooking food. Here is food, kitchen range, I am there, ingredients are there, busy with this. If to calm the mind down, then Atman will be revealed. That is yogic approach. What is Vedantic approach? Vedantic approach is, it is not the restlessness of the mind which hides. Atman is never hidden. It is hidden only by, one sadhu said in Uttarakhand, Avaran kya hai? Bewkufi matra hai. Foolishness alone. It's like somebody saying, wood is hidden by the table. Wood is hidden by the table only if you don't understand what wood is. Your lack of understanding what wood is the only thing that hides the wood here. So, that's why, instead of telling you to meditate more and more, Advaita Vedantins will say, again go back to the class and listen carefully. Go back to the class and listen carefully. One person who really made a breakthrough recently, young man, he does a lot of sadhana and a lot of studying for many years he's been doing. He told me, now for the first time, I understand, it is all about listening properly. Shravanat eva jnanam. This is Vivarana Mata, Vivarana school of Advaita Vedanta. This is from Shravana comes knowledge. Bachaswati Mishra in Bhamati school, he will say, from Nididhyasana comes knowledge. Padmapada says, from Shravana comes knowledge. Thou art the 10th, Dashamas Twamasi, and this person got the knowledge. I am the 10th. Where did he get the knowledge from? From meditation? No. From the words of the teacher, thou art the 10th. When he understood that, he got the knowledge. I am the 10th. Every problem is solved. Suppose he says, no, I don't see. How am I the 10th? Okay, calm down and relax. Repeat the process again, you will see. Yes.
So addiction is the same awareness.
Yes.
Sort of that reflects and illuminates my mind and body. How do I know that it's the same source of awareness for everyone? Because it could be two different lights or many different lights.
Yes. Do you notice that we covered this in the earlier? It's a Sankhyan objection which you are asking. There could be many lights. Each is a separate light, right? And the Sankhyan philosopher Kapila and others, they say there are many consciousnesses. Each body and mind has a separate consciousness. Your source of awareness in this body and mind is separate from my source of awareness. They are all separate consciousnesses. Now, what was the answer? We discussed it briefly in the last class. What was the answer? When you say, Advaita turns the question around and asks the Sankhyan, sir, when you say there are different consciousnesses, when you use the word difference, what is your basis of differentiating? Suppose I ask, if I say there are different bodies, I have a basis of differentiating. Here I can count. You can see, I can see, we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are all agreed. We can see different bodies. Different minds, we can interview and find out. Knowledge, feelings, dispositions, personalities are all different across these people. Minds are different, bodies are different, can be demonstrated because they have distinctive features, distinguishing features, differentiating features. In Sanskrit they are called Vishesha. But apart from body and mind, this awareness which we are speaking about, what would be the distinguishing feature which would distinguish awareness here from there? Here and there, the objects of awareness are different. But awareness itself is different. How would you distinguish? You will notice every time you try to distinguish one awareness from another, you will find some objective difference, no subjective difference. The difference is only in the object. The difference is only in the body, in the mind. In awareness itself, there is no distinguishing feature. It's homogeneous. What gives you the right to differentiate? It just feels different. Because the objects revealed here are different from the objects revealed here, there. But the source may be the same. It may be one consciousness shining through different bodies and minds, behaving like different consciousnesses. The Bhagavad Gita says this, Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam eva cha sthitam. Undivided in all beings, functioning, existing as if divided. Krishna says openly. Think about it. This is not an easy point to overcome, because except Advaitha Vedanta, in the Hindu tradition, all the other philosophies, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa, all the other philosophies, they all say we are different entities. Even different Atma, consciousnesses are different. Only Advaita Vedanta says, why do you say so? And shows that the Upanishads also say there is oneness. So one consciousness, yes.
Swami,
Yes, I'll come to you.
I was very anxious. I thought you were came very close to answering the question. In other words, what is hiding the awareness or consciousness?
What is hiding the awareness, consciousness? Yes.
Let me just go back. Okay, let me just. And I think you answered. You said it's stupidity.
It's confusion, ajnana.
Ajnana, which is the same as the Rajju Sarpa.
Yes.
Like once you know that it is the Rajju,
Yes.
you're gone.
You realize that it is not hiding anything at all. This hiding is only because we do not know it yet, or we do not distinguish, or we do not recognize it yet. That's why we think it's hidden.
I understand that. Swami.
Yes.
But here is, I feel, much as like yesterday you asked us, do three things. First, listen carefully.
Yes.
Number two, make sure, ask yourself, did I understand
Did I understand it?
And the third question was, is it real?
Is it real?
And I think I'm speaking for most of us here. Listen, I didn't doze off even once. Total attention. Then I asked, did I understand it?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm not being arrogant. I'm being very humble. I understood completely, totally. If anything, it firmed up my understanding that I already had.
Yes.
And here comes the third question. Is it real? And here is the problem for people who are at intermediate level or advanced level. We have learned to listen, Shravana. We have exercised Manana.
Yes.
When it comes to Nididhyasa, assimilation, that's where we get stuck. That is where I'm screaming for help.
Nididhyasana, the answer from a teacher of classical Advaita Vedanta would be, go back to Shravana and Manana. No, I've understood everything. No. You're not listening. Go back to that. There will be a breakthrough when you say, oh, it's there, it's real. Nididhyasana is not for understanding. Nididhyasana is for stabilization or assimilation. Once you have got it. See, technically there are two problems. They're called Asambhavana and Viparita Bhavana. This is a very good system. Asambhavana means, when I hear the teachings, then a doubt comes, this is not possible. I am this body and mind called Sarvapriyananda. What Satchidananda and all, it's not possible. That's called Asambhavana. Impossibility. It's impossible. Why impossible? Then the teacher will say, slow down, ask your question step by step. And every question, clear answer will be there. Until clarity is got. We go on doing this. This is the stage of Mananam. Mananam removes Asambhavana. Impossibility is removed. It becomes possible. Yes, I get it. I have clarity now. Every question I have asked is answered. I can answer the questions. I can answer the question, but then the problem remains. Next problem, Viparita Bhavana. Viparita Bhavana is, I understand it, Swami. I can even teach you. But I am not getting the benefit of it. That peace and serenity, the dwelling in that absolute serenity which should be there. Problems which the world is throwing at me, I should be untroubled by it. I should be able to overcome. I am not able to. I get upset. I am unhappy. That is called viparita. Contrary tendencies are there. Why are they still there? If I know the truth and I am convinced about it, Shravana Manana, then why are these problems there? The problems are there because the body mind, especially mind, has its inertia. Certain patterns of behavior and thinking and speaking and doing which are ingrained into it. The new understanding which has come there has not yet been assimilated. And for that, what you need to do is stay with it. One teacher put it nicely, he said marinate. Cooking, after everything is finished, you don't immediately take it off. You put a lid on it and you wait, let the spices be absorbed properly. It's called marinating. Now once everything is done, you must be quietly with what you have understood for a period of intensely focusing on it. Swami Vivekananda said, till it tingles with every drop of your blood. It's a way of putting it. Just as honestly I can say today, I am the body, or the body is mine. There honestly I must be able to say, at least to myself, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. That much must come. That is Nididhyasana. Now if it's something before that, then the advice is to go back to Shravana and Manana, to see, until I can say it's real, I must keep on with Shravana and Manana. Yes, of course you can sit quietly and absorb it. The real purpose of Nididhyasana is like this. There was a great teacher, Ramananda Saraswati. He passed away a few years ago. He is one of those few I feel enlightened Jivan Mukta whom I have met. So he was there. I used to attend some of his classes. He was a wandering monk. He lived mostly in Omkareshwar, but sometimes in Rishikesh and other places. Other monks invited him to stay in the ashram and teach, so he would teach. Ramananda Saraswati. So one day what happened was, one devotee, gentleman, he had a kidney replacement. So the Swami was asking this devotee, Ab kaise hain? How are you now? And the devotee explained, I am well now, the kidney has been replaced, but I have got these diet and medicine restrictions of their diet and there, and a lot of medicines I have to take. So the Swami was not very conversant with modern technology and medicine, and so he was confused, and he said, once the procedure has been performed, why so many restrictions and all? And this gentleman explained, you see, the doctors told me this new organ has come into the body. So if I do not follow these restrictions, the body will not assimilate this organ, it will not accept the organ as a part of it. One. Second, I will not get the benefit from that organ, it will not start functioning. Third, ultimately it will die. So these restrictions are very important now. Now a period of absolutely intense sadhana is necessary after Vedantic knowledge is brought into their mind. First it must come. There must be Shravana, there must be Manana. Once Shravana Manana is done for a long period of time, as it is going on, you must some sadhana is necessary. You must stay with it, with a restriction, focus on it. And they say, all sadhana chatushtaya, samadhanam, to settle down on it. Only on this. Focus on it intensely, but like we are doing today. Not just once in a while, Vedanta camp, that much. No. As much as possible, muhur muhu, moment to moment. Stay with it. And the advantage of Vedantic meditation is, you can do it with eyes open also. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi, what is it? Eyes open Vedantic meditation. So, otherwise the knowledge which is gained, what is happening to most of us is, knowledge which is actually gained, some amount of understanding is there. But, since I don't stay with it, since I don't fence it in, since I don't nurture it, what happens? It is not assimilated with the rest of my being. My desires, my complexes, they all remain as it is. The knowledge is not shining upon them. Those dark places remain as they are. then I am not getting the benefit of that knowledge in my day-to-day life. And finally the knowledge dies also. I understood in that retreat in 1965, but then I got confused again. To know that you are the body, do you have to go to some retreat? Do you have to go refresher course, body course, I am body? No. It is evident. Shankaracharya says, Naisargiko ayam loka vyavahar. It's natural, from our birth it comes. But for Vedanta you have to go to school. And to make it as natural as I am the body, it should become something continuously available. Problem is there, apply it. It's continuously available. Problem will come because of the nature of body and samsara and prarabdha karma. Immediately apply that knowledge, you are free of it.
So you're talking about vigilance, 724.
No, not vigilance also.
No?
That is, if I say that, it's also, eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, all the good slogans. But then you will feel again guilty. Swamiji said eternal vigilance, but I am not vigilant. So in this life it will not happen to me, I know. No.
So what is...
Don't worry about eternal vigilance.
11.
Once you stay with that Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, until you make the breakthrough, once there is a breakthrough. Once that breakthrough is there, you will see effortlessly it is available to you 24/7 without any effort on your part. Not that all the time you are thinking Am Brahmasmi, Am Brahmasmi, Am Brahmasmi. No. It is always there in the, just as I am Sarvapriyananda, I am not thinking Sarvapriyananda. If you interrupt me, I will forget I am Sarvapriyananda. Don't interrupt me. It is time for Sarvapriyananda Nididhyasana. Nothing. It is effortlessly available to you. When is it available? Whenever you ask, who are you? I am Sarvapriyananda. Immediately it comes. When the world pushes you, somebody says a nasty word, body is not feeling well, some scary news comes, then immediately it should come to your help. Aham Brahmasmi. Let me give you an example. That Swami whom I mentioned, Raman Saraswati, I saw with my own eyes. He had undergone an operation in his stomach. In lower stomach, he had undergone an operation, and after recovery he came to give classes where we were in Haridwar. So I was sitting there, other monks, devotees were all sitting there. This Swami came, he sat on a little charpoy to give classes, he used to answer questions. As he sat there, his upper body was bare, just wearing a dhoti. As he sat there, whole body covered with a sheen of sweat. That means some pain is there inside, is coming. So others said that he just recovered from an operation. So he said, Swamiji, you take rest, no need to exert yourself. Pet ka dard hai, you take rest, you have a pain in the stomach. Then he told us a story. He told us the story of the camel. He said, in his Dehati Hindi, I will tell and also translate, because those who understand Hindi will like the flavor of that. He said that ek budhiya rehti thi. This was an old lady who used to stay there, and she had a little vegetable garden, and birds used to come to peck at them. So to drive them away, she had an old tin. In India the dalda tin box is there. उसका एक पुराना टीना था, वो बजाती थी. She used to bang it and the birds would fly away. Now a camel came there, old veteran war camel, somewhere in Rajasthan or somewhere. So war camel, retired, veteran. It started chewing the vegetables, and this old woman came out and started banging the. Then the camel spoke. It could speak, so it spoke. That said, ओ बुढ़िया, मेरे पीठ पर कितने ही युद्ध के नगाड़े बज चुके हैं, मैं तेरा इस टीना से डरूंगा. It said, oh you old lady, on my back, when I was in service, how many big war drums were beaten. Am I going to be afraid of this little tin you are banging in front of me? And then the Swami said, मेरे पीठ पर विश्व ब्रह्मांड का उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय होता है, मैं इस पेट का दर्द से डरूंगा. On my back, I am the camel. Who is the camel? Brahman. Universes are created, they exist. Same Brahman is Ishvara only. I am this Jiva. Same Brahman is Ishvara. I am Satchidananda as this Jiva and as Ishvara. And so, universe is created. It exists and it disappears within me. I am going to be afraid of this little pain in the stomach. He gave the class. Now see, when the pain comes, knowledge also comes to the rescue. It's not a conviction, it's not brainwashing, it's not bravado. For him it's a fact. Yeah. It does not deny the fact that the pain is there. Like I said, Sri Ramakrishna, when he said, I have caught you out, I have found you out that you are in great bliss. It is true that he is in great bliss. In a paramarthic sense. In a vyavaharic sense, yes, cancer is there, all of that is there. Our problem is we are trapped in the vyavaharika and we have got what is called paroksha knowledge. There is some Brahman, somehow I am Brahman, but this is hurting so much. Samsara is aparoksha for us, Brahman is paroksha for us. That is our problem. Paroksha means indirect. I've heard in the book the Swami has insisted, given some strange arguments, but the pain is very real. Pain is real because of what? Because of Brahman. It is Satchidananda alone which is revealing the pain. By your own consciousness, pain is revealed. By your own existence, pain gets existence. You are the very existence of the pain. It has no existence apart from you, the Satchidananda. When you note the inner existence consciousness which is there behind that pain, you will realize the pain is just a name and form. Like pleasure, like pain. Both come and disappear because apna hi mauj. They say, tumhara hi mauj. Let us do one more verse. Next verse is very profound. It gives you a shortcut for the attainment of... Yes, we have got a little bit of time. This class was up to 12:30? Yeah. This verse is very profound. I will not explain in detail, but I'll point out each of the interesting things about this verse. Shraddhasva tata shraddhasva tata shraddhasva natra moham kurushva bho natra moham kurushva bho jnana swarupo bhagavan jnana swarupa bhagavan Atma tvam prakrite paraha Atma tvam prakrite paraha. First of all, Shraddhasva tata shraddhasva. Have faith in this, my child, have faith in this. Bho tata, oh my child, have faith in this, have faith in this. It's a shortcut. Why is it a shortcut? You see, we think, yeah, all this is good, but there is something called Brahma Jnana which has to happen, then only the benefits will start flowing to me. Up to that time, I'm only a Jnani. And long time. It may take 30 years, 40 years, next lifetime, who knows. Alright. There's a shortcut. You don't have to wait for Brahma Jnana, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Brahmakara Vritti, all those things are fine. Can you do one thing just now? Just believe it. Just believe it. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. Just believe it. Take it on faith. Shraddhasva. Have faith in this. One sadhu in Uttarakhand put it this way. That you believe so many things in life. You believe advertisements. So many advertisements. I buy this cereal. Why? Because in advertisement, that model is smiling so much, he is very happy. I will also be happy. I believe advertisements. I believe insurance companies. I believe government. I believe everybody. I am believing so many things in life. Just one more thing you add, just believe it to whatever extent you can. I am Brahman. Shraddhasva tata shraddhasva. You will see the magical effect. Don't wait for God realization. Swamiji may be Brahmagyani. Fine, I am not Brahmagyani. Let me believe at it that I have the power of faith. I have the power of belief. I believe so many things in life. So one sadhu in Uttarakhand put it this way. दिन में 10 मिनट बस विश्वास कर लो मैं ब्रह्म हूँ. Just a little exercise. For 10 minutes only. Just consciously think, I am Brahman. Guru tells me, Shastra tells me, Upanishad, so many of all the great people in our civilization are telling me, you are none other than God. Believe it.
But fake it to make it.
Fake it to make it, yes. Fake it until you make it. Alright, fake it. Doesn't matter. That Sadhu in Uttarakhand said, "Arey, that you know that this is your father, how do you know?" Mother told you. You know that your mother, how do you know she is your mother? Mother told me that you are my son. How does your mother even know? A nurse told her. Nurse told her. Then the sadhu is saying, तो nurse के बात में मान लिया इतना सब, a whole family life depends on the fact that one nurse who is delivering hundreds of babies, she told you this is your baby. Everything depends on that. और हम क्या nurse से भी गए गुजरे हैं? Am I somebody worse than the nurse? Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutra, all the core texts of Vedanta are telling you this one thing, Tattvamasi. You believe the hospital record so much. Everything in your life depends on it. This one you will not believe for 10 minutes in a day. Your life can change. Shraddhasva tata shraddhasva. There's an interesting story in Vrindavan. One sadhu who was a Vaishnava sadhu. So he came to an Advaitha teacher. He said, I was pursuing this thing, but the Advaitha approach, too much faith-based. You have to believe, I don't like. Advaita is nice, it's rational, it's direct, and it is so powerful. I'm changing my track. So he came Ashtavakra, let's start with the top, best, highest truth. And came Shraddhasva Tata Shraddhasva, believe in it. And he said, Arey, yahan bhi Shraddha. तो मेरे गिरिधर गोपाल क्या दोष किए थे? My Krishna, my Giridhar Gopal, what fault has he committed? You have to believe here also. No, the thing is, in the dualistic approach, the whole thing is based on belief. Until you come to some kind of level. And it proceeds on belief. Without belief, it cannot begin. Here, it proceeds on rationality or experience, backed up by the insight from the Upanishads, from the Guru. It's not a kind of blind belief. None of the things the Upanishad is telling you is something that you have to swallow. It is all justified. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti. On the basis of your Anubhuti, on the basis of solid arguments. So much so, top scientists, researchers in consciousness studies, when I present to them this question, the hard problem of consciousness, an Advaitic approach to that, they have nothing to say against it. They will not accept so easily. But there is no fault in it. One neuroscientist, she said, Swami, what you told me, she was British, she said, what you told me, I'm not convinced, but I cannot find a fault in it. You see? These people have no interest if you go to them saying Krishna, Christ, Kali, Muhammad, Allah. No, they have no interest. They say religion is nonsense, don't bring it to me. But I am not talking about religion, I am talking about consciousness, your area of study. And here is the problem. Explain the hard problem of consciousness. You can't. You can't. Yes.
I mean, we talked about this earlier, right? You talked about the modern mind.
Yeah.
But the obtuseness of mind is nothing modern. The
Yeah.
mind has been obtuse throughout ages.
True.
Now, you talked about being a teacher, but in our tradition, a teacher is not a teacher until a disciple comes and begs and begs and begs off of the teacher to teach.
True.
Right? Until then, they do not take on the mantle of being a teaching.
Yes.
So, these modern neuroscientists or whatever, I mean, I'm a modern engineer. I hold them no different than any illiterate people in India.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they have a closed mind. They don't have the samskaras.
True.
They don't have the shraddha. Right? Without shraddha, there is no possibility of pursuing this.
Yes, but no, I am not saying that I will convert them into Advaitins. What I am saying is, their position, somehow or the other, by force, mind, consciousness, all of these are byproducts of the brain. I will not accept it, and I will show you logically it is not, what you are saying is not acceptable. I cannot convince you, bring you to the Advaitic point of view unless you have some Shraddha. But to that point, that they seem to be taking it as a given thing. that mind and consciousness are byproduct, epiphenomenon of the brain. No, it is not.
If the dialogue happens, get rid of Char, then fine. But is there any value in seeking out a dialogue with them?
No, but when they are seeking, right now they are seeking. I told you, New York University, NYU. Whom was I telling? Year itself I was telling? Yes. Last year. Hard problem of consciousness and Advaitha Vedanta perspective. Who has organized this conference? David Chalmers, who is one of the top 10 philosophers in the world today in analytic philosophy. He is the one who coined the term hard problem of consciousness. They are looking for a solution. They will not accept Advaita Vedanta solution. But they are looking. And I am glad that they are looking. Should not shut the door in their face. I asked Professor Edwin Bryant. He has done a very nice translation of Yoga Sutras. He teaches in Rutgers University. What do you think is the role of Indian philosophy? I am not saying only Advaita Vedanta. Let it be Buddhism, let it be Sankhya. You need not jump straight to Advaita Vedanta. You can take step by step. If you can come to Sankhya also, next step is not difficult. But his answer was more like yours. He said, Professor Bryant, he said, Swami, don't be in a hurry. Let them try, break their heads for the next 50 years. Then they'll be a little softer to listen to what you have to say. Let them try. Let them try. But people are beginning to. If you see some of the books, they start in the right direction. If you know Advaita Vedanta, you will see, oh, it is coming in this direction. Then suddenly they get diverted, confused. There's one book recently, Waking, Dreaming, Being. Evan Thompson is a professor of philosophy in the University of British Columbia. You know how he begins? He quotes another philosopher, Western philosopher, who says consciousness studies is not a new subject. It is 5,000 years old, you find it in the Upanishads. He says the Indian Upanishads, you find it. And then he goes on to say a remarkable statement. These Upanishads are such remarkable documents, this is the quotation, that history should be not dated from before Christ or after Christ. It should be dated as before Upanishad and after Upanishad. Who says we will not try to say this? We are very soft in our approach. So directly, a person completely from outside the tradition is saying this is so remarkable. Anyhow, so has this person, Evan Thompson, he has accepted Advaitic perspective? Not at all. But he has got a mixture of some kind of Buddhistic Advaitic approach he is trying to do. All of these approaches we say let us encourage. Not endorse, encourage. It is in the right direction. It is in the right direction. Why are they doing? Not because of our efforts. They are doing it because those who are honest among themselves, they realize there is no way of explaining consciousness. So many desperate attempts. The time is ripe for this now. 20 years ago they were not interested in consciousness. But now consciousness studies is a hot topic. Hot topic. And they are all desperately trying to either reduce it to matter, brain. Why? Because that's the paradigm. Matter is the ultimate. Or they are trying to explain away consciousness. There's some, Daniel Dennett and others. There's no such thing as consciousness. The most ridiculous statement. The most obvious thing is consciousness. They're trying to deny that. Anyway, so this is the state of the art. I'm not saying you can make them into Advaitins, but I'm saying that keep the door open, keep on giving your contribution. Somewhere ground is fertile, it may sprout. Something may come out of it.
On a different note,
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. Ramkrishna Paramahansa had this thing about different kinds of souls, right? Some, if moksha was going to the terrace, going back to what he said, right? If moksha was going to the terrace, some souls were special souls who could go to the terrace and come back. In purely Advaitic Vedantic view, how would you explain away those souls who could go to the terrace and then come back? They are not Ishwaras.
No.
They are special souls.
Yes.
That's what you were saying
Yes.
about Vivekananda and
Yes.
all that, right?
Advaitic paradigm is so simple and elegant. It is no problem. This whole concept of Ishvara Koti. Ishvara Kotism. Because why Sri Ramakrishna said that? Remember, Sri Ramakrishna was like omnivorous. Everything he took. Tantric approach, Vedantic approach, Vaishnava approach, whatever people of different sorts, they plugged into it, he would explain it in that way. Now, Vedantic approach is actually very elegant. How will you explain Ishwar Koti, who realizes Brahman, then comes back again in this? This coming back and going, this entire thing is Vyavaharika. Is there Ishwar Koti? Advaitin will say, yes, Ishwar Koti is there. Where? In Vyavaharika Jagat. Vyavaharika, remember, is another term for, polite term for, politically correct term for Mithya. Jagat Mithya. One sadhu in Uttarakhand said,
It's politically incorrect for me.
it's politically correct.
Okay.
Politically incorrect is Mithya. Politically correct is
Right.
Vyavaharika.
Right.
No, you are right. It's Vyavaharika, it's true. Satyam, we are also saying Satyam. In just read the fine print, Vyavaharika Satyam. Paramarthika Satyam, Brahman only. There is no doubt about that. Yeah. Advaita Vedanta framework is very simple. It never gets into a conflict with any dualistic approach. Tairayam na viruddhyate. This Gaudapada. Parasparam viruddhyante. In Gaudapada Karika, Mandukya Karika, they fight among each other. Tairayam na viruddhyate. That means this doctrine, Asparsha Yoga, has no conflict with any. Why? It puts all of them into Vyavaharika category. It could be true. We have no problem. One sadhu in Uttarakhand explained this division between Paramarthika and Vyavaharika. It's why it is necessary. He said at one time, other Hindus had serious doubts. Yeah, Advaitavadi, are they Hindus at all? You fellows, do you go to temple? Do you take Ganges bath? Do you do Shraddha for your ancestors? Do you go on Tirtha Yatra? And now, because they are very doubtful. All is Brahman, very doubtful these fellows. Then our answer was, that sadhu said, very nice in sweet Hindi, Are Baba, sab mante hain. Yes, we accept everything. Tirtha Yatra, Ganga Snan, Mandir, Puja, everything is accepted. Vyavaharika level. What does it mean? This body is also Vyavaharika level. Are we saying that this body is Brahman? No. When you are saying body, Jiva, Sarvapriyananda, at this level, let it continue. Lead the most perfect life as possible. It's not body Advaita. It is not mind Advaita. It is Tschida Advaita, consciousness Advaita. From that level, everything is consciousness. Once there was a great debate among Dvaitavadins and Advaitins in Bangalore. So one great Advaitic teacher was there in those days, Kashikananda Giri. He was lived in Mumbai. He was asked to represent Advaitins, and there was a Madhva teacher who, to the topic, Shastrartha, the subject was Kshetragyam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That one line is there. Know me alone to be the consciousness present in these bodies. One consciousness. Krishna is saying. A very profound sentence. There's only one consciousness in all these bodies. Now, is this can you interpret in Dvaitic way? Yes. Can you interpret in Advaitic way? Yes. So there was a big fight. And one of the points in the fight means debate, Shastrartha. One of the points in the debate was, whatever you dualists say, everything, Bhagavan, Puja, the Jiva and Ishvara are different, all of it is totally accepted by Advaita. There is no clash at all. Where there is the problem is, we say there is something more than this. At this level, everything is there. There is the whole movie, but we are saying it's a movie. Beyond this, there is a screen. There is a paramarthic reality in which you will see all of these are appearing. You take only this one, this Vyavaharika reality. In this one we accept religion, belief, rituals, all are nicely accepted. But beyond that there is one reality. That is one thing that they don't accept. They will say this is the reality and stop. We say this is the reality, we accept tick mark for everything you say. But if you say there is nothing beyond, that we object. Beyond Jivatma and Paramatma, there is Nirguna Brahman. Yes.
So in this concept, Ishvara also belongs to the Vyavaharika?
Ishvara is Vyavaharika. But remember one thing. Ishvara Vyavaharika. As Vyavaharika is Jiva. What did we say? Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. You are none other than Brahman. Ishvara is also none other than Brahman. Ishvara's, the exact answer is, Ishvara's Ishvaratva is Vyavaharika. Jiva's Jivatva is Vyavaharika. In one sense, samsara also is Brahman. Jagat also is Brahman in one sense. It's Nama Rupa, reality is Brahman. But why do we say Jagat Mithya? Because if you say Jagat is Brahman, you'll be trapped. The technique is, there is one reality. This world is not that, it's an appearance. And that reality you have to seek within. Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. That's the way it is set. Now, very quickly, let me just make a few comments and bring it to a close. We have exceeded our time. Shraddhasva Tata Shraddhasva. Have faith in this. 10 minutes a day. Practice. And then, Matra Moham Kurushva. Do not be deluded here. Delusion of two types. Asambhavana, Viparita Bhavana, which I have mentioned. Just keep it there. Then the next one is really beautiful. Jnana Swarupa Bhagwan Atma. This is Mahavakya. Have you noticed? Jnana Swarupa Bhagavan Atma. Take Atma as Jivatma, you. Bhagavan as Paramatma. Both are nothing other than Jnana Swarupa. This is the literal meaning. This is called the, not literal meaning, this is the Lakshyartha of the Mahavakya. In technically, Tattvamasi. The direct meaning is, Tat means God, Paramatma. Tvam means you, Jivatma. The two cannot be the same. But Upanishad says you are the same. Then you have to take what is called implied meaning. Those who have done Vedanta and all, with Lakshyartha. The Lakshyartha of Paramatma, Lakshyartha of Jivatma is Jnana Swarupa, pure consciousness. See, Ashtavakra is incredible. Almost every other verse he has packed the whole of Advaita Vedanta into it. Jnana Swarupa Bhagavan Atma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, all are packed into this. Their meaning is this one only. Bhagavan and you are none other than Jnana Swarupa. What is Jnana Swarupa? Pure consciousness. What is this pure consciousness? Exactly what we tried to find in the witness of this deep peace in the mind. We did that exercise. Witness of the deep peace in the mind. Drop both. That nameless thing which is beyond both. The 10th person. That is pure consciousness. Nothing beyond, nothing nothing theoretical. Tvam prakrite paraha. You are beyond Prakriti. What is Prakriti? What is the limit of Prakriti? Universe is Prakriti. Body is Prakriti. Prana is Prakriti. Mind is Prakriti. Thoughts, feelings, emotions. This personality, memories, Prakriti. Buddhi is Prakriti. Beyond Buddhi, the Avyakta, the Anandamaya Kosha, Prakriti. Beyond that, the witness of these 5 sheets, the witness of the 3 bodies, the witness of waking, dreaming, deep sleep, the witness of this universe, that one is Prakriti Paraha. That thou art, Tattvamasi. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Paramastu.